Welcome to this MuseScore tutorial on drum kit and percussion. For non-drummers, writing for drums can seem like an impossible task. The first step is to know something about drum notation. If you already know how drum notation works and want to get writing in MuseScore, skip to the Drums in MuseScore section. Drum notation uses a 5-line staff with a percussion or unpitched clef. Each different sound you can make on the drum set is given a different position or symbol on the staff. A chart like this one from School of Rock can help. I'll put the link in the description below. The simplest drum grooves are made with just 3 different parts: the kick drum or bass drum, the snare drum, and the hi-hat. So let's use those now in MuseScore. First, I'll start a new score in MuseScore, and from Percussion Unpitched, I'll choose Drumset, and then I'll also choose an electric guitar, just for fun. I'll choose my key signature, time signature, tempo, and notice that the electric guitar has our key signature, but the drum set doesn't, and this is the unpitched clef. I'll click on the first bar and press N for note input, or click on this button here. The drum notation palette opens at the bottom, which shows you the symbols that MuseScore can add to your drum set and make a sound with. We can find our 3 basic symbols, the kick drum, the snare, and the hi-hat, and notice that each of them has a shortcut. Also notice that the bass drum stem goes down where the other 2 go up, and that this one is green, which indicates that MuseScore will write it in voice 2, and these ones will be in voice 1. I'm going to add this basic rock groove. So let's start with the hi-hats. I'll select the rhythm 4 for quaver, and then G for hi-hats. Let's fill in that whole bar. Now I'll use the left arrow and go back and add in my snare drum, which is A. But if I just press A, it replaces the hi-hat, and I want it as well as the hi-hat. So let's undo, Control Z, and then Shift and A will add it to the hi-hat. Then we can move over to that one and Shift A again. I can come back to the beginning, and now I'll select a crotchet and B for my bass drum or kick drum, but because it's in a second voice I don't need to press Shift. I can just add it straight in, and now we're writing our kick drum part, so I'll make a quaver rest and a B and a crotchet again, and there's our simple groove. I could go and write the next bar and the next bar, or as most drum kit parts are fairly repetitive, I can repeat it with Control C and Control V, or an even quicker way, which is just to select the bar and press R for repeat, which repeats the previous bar. And I can do that as many times as I want. However, drummers are also used to seeing the notation to repeat the previous bar. So I will find that in repeats and jumps, and then this repeat last bar, and MuseScore will even know to do so. Now I can repeat that bar a few times. I want to write a fill in here, so let's remove that repeat and copy this first bar to use as our template and paste it in there. Control C and Control V. Now let's remove the second half of these notes. And let's write in our own fill. So in for notes. Let's use some semi-quaver, which is 3, and let's have a high tom. Then I'll go quaver again, medium tom, and semi-quaver, floor tom. And then let's have quavers of the snare drum, so that's A, and then we'll go back and add those quavers in bass drum as well. Not the most original, but it certainly works as a placeholder. I can then go and copy this bar again to start the cycle going again, but I'm going to change this one. Press N. I'm going to use C for crash to start our pattern off with a crash. So let's hear what we've got. Now of course we don't want another crash there, so I'll just need to copy this original again into this bar like so, and then I can add my repeats again. Adding orchestral percussion is similar. I for instrument, percussion unpitched. Let's add a tambourine. The tambourine only has one line on its stave because you only need to do one thing with it really. Let's start adding the tambourine from here. So I'll press N for note input, and we can see that there is only one note that I can add with the shortcut A. So let's add some crotchets. If I want a longer note, a roll, let's make a minim and A, but that will still come out as a single note. To make a roll or a shake on the tambourine, I need a tremolo. So in the tremolo's palette, select the 32nd through the stem, or the 3 lines, and click it once. And now we should have a nice shake from the tambourine. And that applies to timpani rolls or snare drum rolls, pretty much on any drum or cymbal. Later on, when I'm writing drum kit, I may find that I want to use this sound, the ride bell. And I'm perhaps using it quite a lot, and the only way to get it at the moment is to double click. And that's a bit of a pain. I'd rather have a shortcut like these others. So the ride symbol has a shortcut of D, but not the bell. However, if I go to Edit Drumset, find the ride bell, then I can apply its shortcut to D. Now the ride symbol is not D, but the ride bell is. Apply. Now I can apply my rhythm. So let's use a semiquaver and then use the shortcut D. Much quicker.